Hello YouTube, Komodo Gaming here, playing some more Scrap Mechanic. Today is going to be another town update. Now, as you can see by our new vehicle, we are going to go camping. You guys have been asking for some sort of campground for quite a while now, and I asked you guys the last video, what did you guys want to see, and between the campground, and there was a couple others that were at the top of the list, and I'll explain why I didn't actually do those. But the campground was one of the top suggestions that you guys wanted to see, so I built it. Now, as you can see, we're in the town. It's a little laggy in here, but we're actually going to go out. I think I remember where this is. I think it's going to be over here, so we're going to follow this path, and instantly the lag is going to let up, and we'll start jumping above 60 FPS. Now, I do want to talk about the lag and all that here in a minute. Tomorrow we're gonna get another Scrap Mechanic episode, but it's not gonna be in this town. I'm doing kind of like an old school build. I used to do a lot of vehicle builds, and tomorrow I've got a vehicle that I really want to build. I've actually been working on it, so I'll have that finished up, and we'll get another episode of Scrap Mechanic for the weekend. So let me see. I believe, yep, it's gonna be right around the corner here, and hopefully I don't tip this thing over. This is our new little camper truck, and I've got a nice little facility set up out here. Now, I have moved a couple vehicles around in the town. You'll probably notice a couple that were from the older sections. They just fit a lot better out here. But anyways, this thing's not fully done. There's a little bit more to go, but I've made quite a bit of progress, and I felt like this warranted a video. So anyways, we have to stop here at the gate, and I'm gonna have to let myself in. The first thing you're probably gonna notice, though, is our new vehicle here. Now, this is kind of an old vehicle. It's the same template as far as what I've been doing on a lot of my trucks, except for I did cut it in half. I made it where it has 4 seats in it. I guess you could say I was going for the extended cab look, so the doors swing open, even the back ones swing opposite of the front ones. A lot of trucks do that, but I think it looks pretty good. Anyways, this thing's a little hard to get out. You have to crouch to get out of this because the camper takes up a part of the roof, so I couldn't make a roof hatch on it, but pretty cool little design. I did change a couple things. The front suspension actually has a bearing on the side. This thing's so top heavy that it likes to tip, but having that free bearing there actually makes the wheels with a tilt left and right, and it kind of actually helps keep this thing on the ground. But anyways, so we'll look at it here in a second. I'm gonna go ahead and let myself into the campground. Here's where the guard would sit. Open those up. There we go. And you're probably seeing the watchtower in the background. That is the same watchtower that is, there's one, I believe it's off in that direction. I did just cut it out, and I put another one up because there's a lot of forest area in here, so I'm pretty sure there'd be more than one. So that is the same one. I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna point that out. Yeah, let's go ahead and drive into the campground here. And I'm gonna have to go ahead and talk about that vehicle that's in front of us because I'm pretty sure somebody's seeing that too, and it's really, really out of place. So let's go ahead and jump out here. The only other thing this vehicle does, the hood does open. A little bit of engine detail in there. But other than that, pretty plain vehicle. We'll actually look in the back of it here in a second. That's where all the fun stuff is. Anyways, yes, that is a hearse. I've been going back and forth on this town update what I wanted to actually do. I started off in like a cemetery, and I moved on to the campsite. I still think I can do that. I'm gonna have to find a place to put it because I'm starting to have to spread this build out a lot because of the lag. But yes, that is a hearse. It's pretty detailed. It does have a body in the back. You know, I thought about a couple things with this coffin. This coffin isn't free. At first, it was actually free in the back. It can, you know, move around. And I was like, how can I get that out? And I almost put a thruster on it and just shot it out. But I figured that probably wouldn't be very appropriate. So I'm gonna leave this vehicle alone for now, but let you guys get a look at it. I'll actually put it on the workshop just in case somebody actually wants a hearse. But yeah, it's styled like one of the old, I think it's a Cadillac. I'll probably flash a picture on screen somewhere, but pretty nice little vehicle. And I guess you can say nice. It's kind of strange. But anyways, there's the watchtower up there. I'm not going to go up in it. I went into the other watchtower a couple episodes ago. It's the same thing. But what we have new here, I've got the camper. We've got some campsites set up. I've got another truck, which is still pretty much the same design. It's a truck trailer, and there's a UTV that goes along with it. We've got a little rest area back here. We've got a cabin and some random campsites. There's the Ranger truck. That's actually from a couple episodes ago. That was over by the watchtower on the other side of town. I figured it looks a little better over here, so. Oh, where to start? There's so much. I've done a lot here. I'm trying to figure out where I want to actually start this off at. I guess we can go. You know what? Let's go ahead and start with the camper. That was the main thing. So, anyways, you can come back here. I'll probably flash a picture on screen here of what this camper is supposed to resemble. I love the color scheme on it. At first, I was going to do like a white camper on the back, but I found this really cool picture. It had this gray camper. I don't know the brand of it. I'd have to look at it again, but. Anyways, you can see the spider web. There's quite a bit of stuff on the inside. It's mainly just doors. You can hop up in here. It's pretty standard in here. You just got your basic needs to go camping. Nothing over the top, nothing fancy. It doesn't fold out or anything. It's one of those ones that's in the back of a cab. Anyways, let's go on a little tour here. You've got a little sitting area. You've got your kitchen area. You've got a couple cabinets up here. A stove, sink. It's pretty nice in here. I actually like the way it came out. You've got your sleeping area. I love the way these sleeping areas are on these campers. They're just right up above the cab. It's a little tight space, and I can just picture that being actually really cozy. And the last thing you also do have a roof hatch, so if you need to hop out, you kind of have to crouch to get out of this thing, but you can go out the top, so. And there's a air conditioning unit, so. Pretty cool thing. I'll have this on the workshop too. Figured some of you guys might want to take this camping. Now, you got to be careful. It is made fully out of metal, so it is top heavy. It does get up like hills and stuff, but yeah, you got to watch those turns. Now, one thing I really wish Scrap Mechanic would do would make it where you can paint the blocks two separate colors, because the inside's the same paint scheme as the outside. I would like this to be a little bit brighter, but nonetheless, pretty cool vehicle. Let's go ahead and shut it. All right. I got a couple campsites. I made these little tents out of the slanted pieces, some pipe pieces. I've got another little site over here. This one's got a little bit more detail. This is supposed to go with the truck and the UTV. You got two little tents set up here, a blow-up mattress. That's supposed to be a grill. It looks okay, and that's supposed to be a propane tank. That looks okay too. Just got a pile of random stuff. There's a couple picnic tables over there. I'll go into the little rest area here in a second. I think I want to go ahead and go into the cabin next. Alright, this is the cabin. I liked this thing. I don't know, I like smaller spaces as far as living quarters. I don't like big wide open houses, and this just is awesome. Like, I would love to have something like this. You've got a little stove here. Now, some people are probably going to be confused. They probably think that's like the wood burning stove. I mean, this is more like a cooking stove opposed to a stove to heat you up, but I guess maybe you can use that one too. Here's a fireplace. You got a small kitchen area. You don't need much here. Probably should stick a stove in somewhere, maybe right there. You got a small living quarters here. You've got a two-way door here so you can shut it behind you. You've got a ceiling fan. It actually works. You can turn it on. There we go. Oh, you know what? I need to go set that controller to spin repeatedly, so I'll go out there and mess with that here in a second. Anyways, here's the bedroom. Everything's brown. Everything's really nice and dark. Really cozy. I like the schemes here. Maybe I should change the bed, though. Seems like we need to throw the color off a little bit, so maybe something. It might be too bright. I think that actually looks pretty good. Anyways, you got a small bathroom in here. You've got a toilet and a shower. I'm still looking for something to make, like some sort of curtains. I don't know what I'm going to do there. You know, what I probably should have done, and I don't know how big the foundation is. You know, if this was setting on one more block, I'd cut this foundation up and put this on a lift. Because I'm picturing this campground area, it's not done. There's still plenty of spots for other campers. I figured maybe we'd have more than one cabin. Maybe we'd have like a row of them. You can rent them out or something. But the cabin's got a small garden over here to the left side of it. But yeah, it's a really cool cabin. Probably need to make the chimney a little taller, but I'm happy with it. And here's all the controllers in the back. I need to remember which one. There it is. That's the ceiling fan. So we need to turn that to spin repeatedly. There we go. Okay, time to go to the fun vehicle. Now, this fun vehicle does fit in the back of this truck. These two vehicles were made together. Well, this one's actually The big red truck in one of my first town episodes, it's been lowered. I've added some bars on the side. I've changed the shape a little bit. That truck was really square, so I put the slanted blocks in here and some of the curved blocks. Changed the front end up a little bit. Still got the same suspension design, and I don't know why it jumps. It's a lag in this world starting to make like the suspension pieces jump like that. I'm not really sure why they're doing it. I've got to assume it's tied to lag, but anyways, you can go back here. I made a little trailer for it. Now this trailer is attached to it. It's on a little piece of suspension. The reason I did that is because the whole fact that anytime you have collisions, like it's bad enough, let me hop into the UTV here. You can go over here and it actually fits in the trailer, but the bad thing about the UTV is that it does bounce around a little bit in it. I guess maybe I could put some blocks back there to try to stabilize it. But anytime you have collisions like this, it causes lag in the game. So you do get a little bit of lag. Actually, you gotta go up here with a little bit of force because those slanted blocks are pretty tall still. So let's try to hop up there. There we go. And the UTV's in the back of the truck. You can hop out. All these vehicles you need to crouch out. If they don't have a roof hatch, just crouch out and you can get out of them pretty easy. But yeah, you're already going to have the collision with the UTV and the trailer, so I didn't want an extra one with a hitch, so I just attached it to it. But yeah, it drives around just fine. You're probably going to notice a little bit more lag here because like I said, that UTV bounces around. There it is. And the game does not like that. For whatever reason, the game doesn't like collisions. You'll notice that a lot in multiplayer when you're racing with other people. A lot of these are, even the single player is tied to online, so it's like we're on little servers, and maybe that's what it is, or maybe it's just something to do with the physics in the game, but anyways, that works. Let's go ahead and pull it out, and we're going to go to the rest stop here in a second. Let me go ahead and drive this around for just a bit. Now, I was looking for some cool trails around here, and there's quite a few, so I feel like I can maybe mark some of these. That way the campers can go have places to maybe take their off-road vehicles or their fun little toys like this UTV. Now this UTV's based off, I think it's a Polaris, I believe. But it's pretty cool looking. Kind of dealing with the parts that you have in Scrap Mechanic, I'm a little limited to what I can do with some of these. I'd really love some new shapes and parts, and hopefully we get those soon because, I don't know, sometimes it feels like when you're creating some of these vehicles, they all start kind of looking like each other, so I don't know, maybe we'll get some new stuff soon. I'm really hoping that we do. Really what I'm hoping for is that new engine update to optimize this, that way this world continues to run good. But anyways, you can see these big trails back here. This kind of goes to the flatland and the edge of the map. But there's definitely a lot of running area here. Say if we build some off-road vehicles. Speaking of off-road vehicles, you're really probably going to like tomorrow's episode. I'm revisiting a vehicle that I did a long time ago. I didn't quite have the parts. Now, I'm going to talk about what's going to happen tomorrow a little bit because I don't want people to get the wrong impression about tomorrow's episode. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out the rest stop first, and then we'll talk about that and wrap this up here. But do remember, I'm going to go ahead and say it again. I say it a lot during the episode. All these are available on the workshop. If you cannot run my map, at least you can have the vehicles. You can make your own little camping adventure, and I don't know what just happened. I just shot out the front. But anyways, this is the final area. This is the rest stop area or restroom area, whatever you want to call this. A lot of these campgrounds have areas like this. Say some people are actually out here camping in tents. They don't have anywhere to shower. I guess you could go to the bathroom by a tree or something. A lot of people do that. But if you don't want to, you've got areas here. Now that's supposed to represent, I guess, boy and girl. You know, I'm not even going to talk about those signs because I don't want to explain the boy and the girl thing. Let's just go into the bathrooms. They're both exactly the same. You've got a little sink area in here, mirror, a couple stalls in each of them. I don't know why I throw so much detail into stuff like this. It's like, this is probably going to be the only time I go into this building is to show it off. But other than that, I probably will never go back in here. But it's still, I don't know, it's just something I like to do. I think you guys really appreciate details like this. But anyways, here's the shower. It's exact same on the other side, so you can take a peek in here. Same setup, no different. There we go. All right, well, that's gonna about wrap it up. Now, I've been working with two separate builds here, and I felt like I did quite a bit here for a town update. I can add more to this. I know some people are probably gonna wonder where like a big RV is. And I started on an RV, I just didn't finish it, and I'm debating on finishing it because I'm already getting some lag here, and I have a feeling it's a monster. It's got a lot of suspension pieces, so I don't know. I also need to probably do something with the hearse. Let me know if you guys want to see anything done with this. I mean, we could just keep it by itself and it's just a random vehicle. I don't have to make a building that actually goes along with it, but pretty cool. I still need to put a rocket on that coffin and just shoot it out, but I tried it earlier and the game did not like that at all and it crashed. So anyways, tomorrow you're getting another scrap mechanic, so hopefully you're gonna be happy and come watch that with us. Now it is gonna be different. It's not gonna be a team thing. We're still gonna do some of these group things with other people. It's not gonna be that. It's actually gonna be another build. I've been working on something else. Now this is where I said don't take this the wrong way, but tomorrow's build will be using a mod. Diesel showcased a mod, I guess it would have been yesterday, the time this video comes up, that they made some really cool pieces in there, and these are pieces that I dreamed of having in the game. So I'm not going to incorporate that in here. The city is going to stay vanilla. I'm going to have 2 copies of the game, one modded and one vanilla. But you guys have been suggesting a lot of really big things that are just not going to go in the town. I've seen stuff from like monster truck rallies to military outposts, and honestly with how kind of laggy it is right now, I don't want to stick those in here just yet. I want to see what the engine update does, and that should be coming out hopefully sometime this month. So hopefully that makes it where we're even more optimized and we can continue building really big stuff in the town. But tomorrow's episode, nonetheless, it's going to have a mod in it, but it's going to be like an old school build. I used to do nothing but like vehicle builds. If you watch a lot of my earlier episodes, I would build stuff from off-road vehicles, race cars. I didn't really do many airplanes in my beginning videos, but that's really what kind of hit the channel off. So I'm gonna do something old school tomorrow. That way I can have another scrap mechanic episode for you guys. But yeah, that's gonna about wrap it up for this episode today, guys. But scrap mechanic tomorrow. Sunday's probably gonna be TerraTech. And then I think we're going to do something else in Scrap Mechanic as a group. So we'll probably get another episode of Scrap Mechanic. So we might even have like 4 episodes of Scrap Mechanic. And then we'll wrap around to another, probably be a town update. I'm going to see what you guys suggest. And maybe we can add some more to the campground. Or maybe we'll move to another area. I don't know. Campground's pretty good. I feel like it could have even more. But it kind of depends on you guys. We'll see what you guys say. But anyways, if you'd like to like and subscribe, everything helps my channel. Everything's been going really good recently, so everything helps. But anyways, hope you guys have a good day, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you.